What's something you do in your 30s that people in their 20s would most likely not understand? I was 32 when I was diagnosed with cancer. I had surgery to remove the tumor, but it was a rare type, and the doctors weren't sure if it had spread. I was told I had a 50-50 chance of surviving the next 5 years. I was terrified. I had a wife and 2 young children. I didn't want to leave them behind. I spent the next few months in a daze. I went through the motions of my daily life, but I was constantly thinking about death. I couldn't sleep. I couldn't eat. I was losing weight and my hair was falling out. One day, I was sitting in my doctor's office when he told me that my cancer was in remission. I was overjoyed. I hugged my wife and we cried tears of happiness. But then the doctor said something that I'll never forget. He said, "You're not out of the woods yet. You still have a 50-50 chance of the cancer coming back." I was devastated. I had thought that I was finally free, but now I was back to square one. I spent the next few years living in fear. Every time I had a headache or a cough, I was convinced that the cancer had come back. I was constantly on edge. Then one day, I realized that I couldn't live like this anymore. I decided to stop worrying about the future and start living in the present. I started spending more time with my family and friends. I traveled to places that I had always wanted to visit. I started doing things that I loved. I was finally happy. I'm now 40 years old and I'm still cancer-free. I don't know what the future holds, but I'm not going to let it stop me from living my life.